Everybody's getting into the madness. You can believe it right here at Carver Arena in Peoria. It's our second quarterfinal today. The Prairie Central Hawks against the Storm of Bureau Valley. Both teams very similar. Both teams actually almost have the same uniform colors. Mike Liederman along with David Kaplan. David, you're doing yeoman duty today. You're back in the saddle.
It's the greatest. It's March Madness.
Absolutely, and they've gone nuts. And if the first game's any indication, we've got a terrific weekend to continue. Both these teams, as we said, very, very similar in style. The Prairie Central Hawks against the Storm of Bureau Valley. So everybody's talking about this game as a complete toss-up.
Well, this is a game both teams really like to run, but they run with discipline. At least the coaches hope today. They run with discipline. They want to push the tempo, get good looks. They have got to take care of the basketball.
The quarterfinals, the second match, quarterfinals 3 and 4. Of course, the defending champion in this Class A championship. Well, we take a look at Prairie Central. Fairbury, that is there on the other side. So here, Champaign in the central part of the state. The Hawks, they're 25. This is a team like these guys send 5. Well, everybody's getting into the madness. You can believe it right here at Carver Arena in Peoria. It's our second quarterfinal today. The Prairie Central Hawks against the Storm of Bureau Valley. Both teams very similar. Both teams actually almost have the same uniform colors. Mike Liederman along with David Kaplan. David, you're doing yeoman duty today. You're back in the saddle.
The greatest. It's March Madness.
Absolutely, and they've gone nuts. And if the first game's any indication, we've got a terrific weekend to continue. Both these teams, as we said, very, very similar in style. The Prairie Central Hawks against the Storm of Bureau Valley. So everybody's talking about this game as a complete toss-up.
Well, this is a game both teams really like to run, but they run with discipline. At least their coaches hope today. They'll run with discipline. They want to push the tempo, get good looks, but they have got to take care of the basketball.
Let's take a look at the updated brackets as we have them now. Of course, we're going to go through the weekend to Topless with that thrilling overtime victory over Nashville. They move on to face the winner of this game, and of course tonight we'll bring you the second quarterfinals, the second match, quarterfinals 3 and 4, finishing up with Riverton and Rock Falls. Rock Falls, of course, the defending champion in this Class A championships. Well, we take a look at Prairie Central. They are from Fairbury. That is over there on the other side, sort of near Champaign, in the central eastern part of the state. The Hawks, they're 25-5, and this is a team with very little height. These guys send 5 guys to the boards. They don't send anybody back, so they don't fast break all that much.
No, this is a team that if they can push it, they'd like to get themselves some good looks. Coach Posey says, we want up-tempo with discipline. He was a great shooter in his day, and he gives his guys freedom to shoot the basketball.
All right, let's talk about a couple of guys you really should keep your eye on here. First of all, for Prairie Central, you've got to look at Sean McGuire, who really makes this team go, and especially since he stepped up his defense.
Well, Sean McGuire can knock down the 3. He can take the ball to the basket in transition. He also is a pretty successful shooter from downtown, and he'll dish the ball. Phil Endress of Bureau Valley is a guy that really looks inside first, trying to find his running buddy, Ruben Slock, but he also can make the deep 3.
And Phil Endress really has got to be on the spot today, the only sophomore in the starting lineups for either team. We'll be back. The starting lineups, the opening tips. Stay right here. Here's the seed at a sold-out Carver Arena down here in Peoria, Illinois, ready for the second half of the first session doubleheader. Joining us, working the sidelines, let's say hello to Steve Schlangers. Steve, good morning, good afternoon, good night.
And all those to you guys as well. We've already documented that both these teams have similar records on the season, but Bureau Valley feels they have one additional ingredient, and that is confidence and also momentum. They have won 5 consecutive regional championships. However, they're coming off their first ever sectional title. They bring that confidence today to the quarters, hoping to face Totopolis tomorrow in the semis. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Steve, thank you very much. Both teams getting ready to be introduced. Their benches. Bureau Valley, by the way, is a young school. It's a consolidation from about 4 or 5 different areas: Walnut, Manlius, Buda Western, and Wyanett. And they have really done well in 5 years to get to state. Their coach is Brad Bickett, who himself was a player on a state finals team back about 15 years ago. Meanwhile, over at Prairie Central, they had an interesting win over the Illini Central, 45-34 in the super sectional to get here. They finished second back about 10 years ago with, of course, a much different group, David.
You mentioned Brad Bickett. I actually was coaching at Northern Illinois when he was playing at Ohio. And my boss was the legendary John McDougal.
Ah, yes.
We went to see him play 3 or 4 times and considered recruiting him.
Let's check in now with the public address announcer, Paul Herzog.
March Madness. Today's second quarterfinal game in Carver Arena features the Fairbury Prairie Central Hawks, a record of 25-5. And the Manlius Bureau Valley Storm, a record of 24-5. Let's meet the teams and the coaches of this quarterfinal contest. The non-starters for Fairbury Prairie Central. 6'1" senior, number 4, Kyle Stork. The 6-foot junior, number 10, Nathan Hobb. The 5'10" junior, number 12, Jason Myers. The 6'1" senior, number 15, Brent Weeks. The 6-foot senior, number 20, Denny Bull. The 5'8" junior, number 21, Landon Young. A 6'4" freshman, number 35, C.J. Reedy. A 5'9" junior, 33, Jake McWhorter. A 5'10" junior, number 40, Nick Winiger. And a 6'4" junior, number 42, Mark Wabel. And now the non-starters for the Storm of Manlius Bureau Valley. The 6-foot junior, number 10, Chad Deaver. 5'9" senior, number 12, Jamie Durham. 5'11" junior, number 14, Matt Hewitt. 6-foot senior, number 30, Timothy Eckberg. 6'1" senior, number 34, Matt Tumbleson. 6'1" senior, number 40, Ryan Litherland. A 6'2" senior, 42, Chris Feward. 6'1" senior, 44, Eric Wiggum. A 6'2" junior, number 50, Mike Jacobs. And a 6'5" junior, number 52, Mike Beres. And now the starting lineups. At a forward for Prairie Central, a 6-foot junior, number 23, Casey Hammond. And a forward for Bureau Valley, a 6'2" senior, number 22, Justin Yepson. The other forward for the Hawks, the 6'3" senior, number 30, Eric Kurtenbaugh. The other forward for the Storm, a 6'2" sophomore, 32, Phil Endress. At center for Prairie Central, 6'1" junior, 34, Chris Kinnett. At center for Bureau Valley, a 6'5" junior, number 4, Ruben Slock. At a guard for Prairie Central, a 6'1" senior, number 3, Sean McGuire. At a guard for Bureau Valley, a 6'1" junior, number 20, John Elliott. The other guard for the Hawks, a 5'10" senior, number 22, Derek Stevens. The other guard for the Storm, a 5'8" senior, number 24, Adam Endress. The assistant coaches for Prairie.
While you're looking at the huddles here, we'll show you the coaches. There is the veteran Tom Posey, 17 years a coach, 9 over at Prairie Central. And there is quite a record, winning nearly 80% of his games. And a comparative youngster over on the other side, Brad Bickett, but he's coached for 10 years, of course the last 5 at Bureau Valley. And this is his first trip to the state finals. Ron Kuhlman is the referee. The other officials, Bruce Jokic and Dan Grimm. Ron Kuhlman on the right, Jokic in the middle, and Grimm on the left. A veteran crew. And we are just about set to go here as you look at Brad Bickett's Bureau Valley's Storm. You're heard him say rebound. They have a big advantage there, led by Ruben Slovic at 6'5". Nobody at Prairie Central is taller than 6'2", although they list Kurtenbaugh at 6'3". That's pretty generous. The light blue is Bureau Valley. The Hawks of Prairie Central in the dark blue. So this will be a challenge for everybody, David.
Absolutely. Lots of blue out there. Ruben Slock is really fired up. I watched him go through a boxing routine during the starting lineups with one of his teammates. He is jacked.
You'll be happy to know, Moms, no one was injured. This is McGuire. You'll see the ball in his hands most of the time. Both teams with an aggressive, usually an aggressive man-to-man, although we sometimes will go into the 1-3-1 zone. Opening minute here, they get it down inside to Kennett. Kennett doesn't like to shoot necessarily. Hammond does.
Out of the trap on the low post, the double. They're able to pass the ball out top, and he made a real nice penetration move and used the glass to score.
Immediate full court defensive pressure from the Hawks of Prairie Central. Bureau Valley now on the offense for the first time. Ball kicked out of bounds. They'll set up Adam Endress as the point guard. And there you look at John Elliott. The other guard is really the off guard. And brother Phil, who is younger and bigger, is their starting forward. Elliott. Now once again, the Hawks of Prairie Central on the rebound, a controlled fast break. Looks inside and stuffed beautifully by Slock.
That is great rotation down by Slock.
And this is Slock from 3. Well, you got to know that's a highlight. Ruben Slock at both ends of the floor. Maybe that boxing routine got him going, David.
Now look at him. His uniform is soaking wet. We are a minute and a half in. He was fired up in warm-ups.
And again, a turnover. Bureau Valley, the Storm. Up the floor again. Slock again. This time has it partially blocked by Kurtenbaugh.
Not a good look. He was contested the whole way.
McGuire looking to dump off Kurtenbaugh. Brad Bickett holding up a fist for a set play.
The interesting thing, Brad Bickett said, I never even had a goal of getting, as a coach, to the state tournament. All I want are my kids to love the game.
Left-handed attempt by Adam Endress. No good. Long one from Derek Stevens, and we get a foul on the rebound. It will go against Prairie Central.
It's an interesting philosophy. He said, we didn't have this goal. And he goes, when I started coaching, I didn't think I got to get to the Elite Eight or win a state title. He said, I just teach passion and love for the game. And he's right. Anything you do in life, if you do it with a passion and you love it, you'll be good at it.
What a great attitude. Meanwhile, here he is in the state final. And a quick stop and pop by Epson, no good. Offensive rebound. That's Elliott. Adam Endress. On the big board underneath by Kennett. Now they'll set up. Bureau Valley, 3-2 lead. Prairie Central with the ball. Almost taken away inside as McGuire tried to force it in. And here's McGuire. And Sean McGuire, averaging just over 15, gets his first bucket. Puts his team up 1.
Good trapping pressure here. Nice
Good look
pass.
underneath. And a beautiful lay-in by Elliott.
That is exactly how you beat pressure. You take the ball via the pass, not the dribble. You take it hard to the basket to score. Great opportunity.
Bureau Valley by 1. Coming up to the 4-minute mark here in quarter number 1. Shot is short by Hammond. Rebound Elliott. And here is Adam Endress, 3-year starter at point guard. And here is Slock. Still sweating. And this time, Curtin Ball got a piece. Eric Kurtenbaugh at 6'3", commits the foul, his first. And here is Slock from the line, 66%. He's got 4. Team has 6. Nathan Hobb comes in for the Hawks of Prairie Central. Hobb is 6-foot guard. Here's the second from Slock. 7-4 the lead for Bureau Valley. 4:08 to go first quarter. We'll take a timeout here. March Madness continues on Fox Sports Net. Stay tuned. Just about halfway through quarter number 1, quarter final number 2, and day 1 of the State Elite 8. Mike Liederman along with Dave Kaplan, Steve Schlanger. Bureau Valley 7-4 over Prairie Central here. And we saw some great fundamental basketball from the opening things. We take a look at our Hyundai keys to victory, David.
Well, party on. Enjoy the experience. Don't be overwhelmed by being in the Elite 8 field. Bureau Valley, a very new school, only 5 years. Depth of the field. It's a very talented group. Who will have the more help from their bench when we talk about depth?
This is Hobb for Prairie Central. The Hawks down 3. Kurtenbaugh across the floor to McGuire. And a good rebound in among the trees for Adam Endress at 5'8". Adam, good look. And a nice touch. Justin Yepsen. He had 20 in the super sectional. He's got his first 2 today. 6'2" senior.
See, they do a very nice job, Bureau Valley, and that's because their head coach was a guard. He wants these guys to have the freedom. They don't look to just get the ball over and then set up. They look to score.
And now they look to take it away. This time it was Yepsen for the steal. And the foul committed as Endress got off the shot. And we get a blocking foul called against Nathan Hobb. That's his first. Not a shooting situation. Neither team in the bonus. Adam Endress 2 inbound. Try to get it in, and once again forcing it, but Bureau Valley controls. And a good baseline jump as Phil Endress finally got into the act. Brother Phil, the sophomore, gets his bucket.
Well, Bureau Valley knows they've got a size advantage. And what they have done is they've been the aggressor here early rather than allowing the smaller team like we saw in game 1 to get their sea legs under them and feel comfortable.
Beautiful 3 as Casey Hammond. He's got 5. And coming back, Hammond commits the foul.
Well, Bureau Valley keeps that pressure on you. You never know when they're going to score. And here, Ruben Slock goes up and gets hammered.
There's a good look at Hammond. Slock 2 for 2 from the line early on. Just broken 8-0. Bureau Valley run. Six for Slock. Touch. He's got 7. The lead is 6. Here come the Hawks. There's a 1-3-1. Look in the trap. Good look inside.
Great job to beat the pressure.
Nick Winiger.
With Ruben Slock out top in that pressing defense, his long arms make it difficult to get things going out top, so you go back door.
Well, Phil Endress, he liked it so much, he banked a 3 home. Look out, 16-9, the offense is taken over. Good looking pass by Nick Winiger, who just come into the game for Prairie Central. Winiger, number 40, in the high post right now. They look to him as a catalyst, and he certainly made something happen right away. And an offensive foul called on Casey Hammond. That's 2 on Hammond.
What a great job out of Adam Endress. 5'8", 140 pounds.
Soaking wet.
He absolutely got level. Pops right back up, ready to go. That's a textbook way of playing defense, of taking the charge. You hit the ground hard with your butt, you pop up, you're ready to go.
Well, Hammond comes out with the 2 fouls. Good look underneath, and it'll go for Justin Yepsen on the foul.
Again, very nice job by Bureau Valley. Rather than just throw the ball out top and set up, let's go right inside and see if we can score. They get contact, hoop harm, and a chance for 3. There's your entry pass. And you know you got a size differential. There's your contact, throw it up. Good things happen with a soft touch, boom.
First foul on Sean McGuire. Yepsen, 69% from the line. He's got 5.
Great electricity in this building.
It's tough to find an empty seat around here. It's about a 12,600 capacity, and they're every bit of 11.5 here. And there's the takeaway. Adam Endress, the hands again, over the slot.
The big guy gets out and runs, says, "Give me the basketball." Ruben Slot, 6'5½", but he's got very good ball skills. He can catch and score on the move.
Curtain ball. Good look underneath with the left hand. Derek Stevens gets his first. The natural lefty gets his 2.
Nice job on the glass. That was a big basket.
And right back comes Yepsen. He's on a tear. He's got 7.
Well, these teams play exciting style basketball. There is no walk it up and let's set it up, run a delay game. These 2 are looking to score.
Yepsen's got 7 out of his team's last 9 points. 23-11. Bureau Valley in the light blue. Prairie Central. Missing. And the rebound to Yepsen.
They'll play for 1 shot here.
This has been an incredibly action-packed first quarter. We still have about 30 seconds to go.
Getting some movement out of their offense. It's a patterned offense here in the half court.
He's to Phil. Endress. Slot. Final 10 seconds, quarter number 1. Brad Pickett right in front of us giving instructions, and the foul committed by Derek Stevens, his first. Blocking foul, not in a penalty situation yet.
So, Mike, if you watch this team play, talking about Bureau Valley, they're very disciplined in the half court. Yes, there's your contact, but they like to get out and run. We've seen how aggressive they attack the rim and how they break pressure to score. But in the half court, they're a very, very disciplined club with a pattern and a method to their madness offensively. It's not let's get the first available shot. Let's get the first good shot.
Let's stand corrected. They are 17th foul in the quarter, so there is a penalty. Here, 1-1, Adam Endress gets his first point of the afternoon. Good look at Tom Posey. 14-point lead. McGuire closing seconds. Winiger. Well, we had enough action for a whole game, it seems, in that quarter. And most of it on the Bureau Valley end. 25-11. They lead it after 1. Bureau Valley leading 25-11. The quarterfinals, the boys Class A, Illinois High School Association state tournament. The broadcast rights for this event have been granted to Fox Sports Net and Intersport Television by the Illinois High School Association. Any reproduction or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Fox Sports, Intersport TV, and the IHSA is prohibited. That business out of the way. This time, Prairie Central comes up with a steal. McGuire driving for the Hawks, and he is stuffed by Mike Behrens, a 6'5" junior who's come into the game at the end of the first quarter. Clean block. But on the scramble after that, we get a foul.
Well, here comes dribble penetration.
That's clean.
Looked to be all ball, but
yeah. They gave it to Phil Endress, and here's McGuire.
Tough to tell from this angle. They have a much better view. I'll go with the official.
How tactful. My.
I'm a tactful guy.
You know, age builds diplomacy, doesn't it, huh? 4 points for Sean McGuire. And the three-quarter court pressure here by Prairie Central. Bureau Valley with the lead in the lighter blue. Long three by Schlock, and it goes over, and, well, once it went over the top of the backboard, it was dead ball.
He was looking to take that shot all the way. That's a little bit deep, although coach does give him that type of freedom. Brad Bickett, he played in the finals versus Teton when he was at Ohio, and he loved to take the deep shot.
The Ohio school had a total enrollment of 69 kids, right?
Correct.
The smallest school ever to make it to the state finals. They couldn't write the last chapter, but they did darn well. They came in second that year, 1986.
I was there.
Just back in the ball game. 3-try from Hammond is no good, and the rebound followed up by Kurtenbaugh.
Well, real nice job by Kurtenbaugh. That is a classic example of outworking somebody, coming up with a rebound and getting a stick back.
Elliott working all the way through. Nice play, John Elliott.
Boy, they score quick.
4 points for Elliott, and it's a 12-point lead again for Bureau Valley. Here come the Hawks. Prairie Central trying to work against that 1-3-1 zone trap. You see who's on the point of it, the 6'5" Schlock. Lean in, no good by Hammond. A good rebound by Yepsen. Schlock on the low block. Last touched by Prairie Central. 27-15, just about 2 minutes gone by in the second quarter here. Bureau Valley with the lead. That's Nathan Hobb again for Prairie Central. Checks back in. Here's Adam Endress kicking it off. Last touch by whom? Last touch by Prairie Central. So will still be storm ball. Phil Endress getting ready to check back in. And for the Storm, Jamie Durham, number 12, was in there briefly, comes out, did not score. Long three and wildly short from Phil Endress.
Not a good look. That was one of the shots we talked about, up-tempo with discipline. That was a lack of discipline there. He was contested. It was way too deep.
McGuire will always set that offense. His team down 12. From the corner, missing Stevens. Here comes Bureau Valley again, but stolen away by Stevens. They'll take this one from 3. Good rebound underneath Hobb. And McGuire gets fouled as he gets the loose ball.
Brad Bickett up yelling at his team. It's just a lack of effort there. You cannot turn the basketball over the way that they did and then get out rebounded inside. That's just not paying attention. You can't make that mental error. Then here the foul comes after the three-point opportunity.
Sean McGuire with 4 points, 2 for 2 from the line. 78% free throw shooter. Chris Kinnett comes back in, the starting center, and Nick Winiger comes out for Prairie Central. McGuire has a half a dozen. It's a 10-point lead for Bureau Valley. They've led nearly the entire ball game. Adam Endress working against pressure, doesn't have a problem. Yepsen goes in on 2 men.
Well, he does a really nice job at using his dribble just enough to get himself out of trouble, and then he made himself a pretty good look from about 7 feet.
Yepsen, considered to be the best leaper on that team, had a good look, worked inside there. This is Hobb. On the rebound, McGuire. Tries to look underneath for Hobb again, but steps.
Looked like a little hop, skip, and a jump in there.
And it looks like a timeout coming now. 4:56. Official timeout. Bureau Valley with a 12-point lead. Prairie Central, quarterfinals of the state A championship. Bureau Valley by 12 over Prairie Central. Don't forget, tonight our Class A coverage continues with the other 2 quarterfinals. We'll have them for you this evening. We'll have Bishop McNamara against Pleasant Plains, followed by defending champion Rock Falls taking on Riverton. All the action on Fox Sports Net Plus this evening. Right now, field goal percentage, Bureau Valley has cooled off, believe it or not. They were shooting over 60% at the end of the first quarter. As you can see, Prairie Central's got to get going, shooting better than 33%. Not going to get it done. Adam Endress, check it. That was Elliott. Missing long. Saved nicely by Yepsen. And a good non-call as McGuire fell over the faking Yepsen and the held ball. It'll go over to Prairie Central.
Brad Biggett not happy without a foul call there, but the official just turned and said something back. Well, you make the call. There's the save. But I don't know how you don't call one there.
Let's change that from a good non-call to a non-call. Anyway, Prairie Central on the attack. They trail it by 12. Here's McGuire. Hobb around the perimeter. McGuire, good move. Can't finish. And rebound to Yepsen again. He's their leading rebounder. Here's Slock, 1-on-2. Not a problem.
That was beautiful. Bureau Valley looks, and they look down the floor. They pass, 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 and they let Slock finish the play. That is what you want to do when you want to play up-tempo. You don't look to hand it off. You move the ball down the floor via the pass.
And you know what's driving Prairie Central nuts? This curtain ball misses wildly. Good follow underneath by Hammond. Is that you've got that 6'5" spider Slock right at the point of the attack of the zone. 7 for Casey Hammond, and down goes Adam Endress. Probably whacked the point of his elbow. That's no fun.
Now let's watch Bureau Valley in transition. There's the miss inside. Now here comes the rebound. Boom, the ball's gone. Nobody stands around and looks. Down the floor, here comes Slock. Good recognition. Pull up, hang in the air, use the window, and get the hoop. That is absolutely outstanding transition basketball.
Meanwhile, Nathan Hobb commits the foul. Here is Adam Endress to shoot.
Good block out inside. That was a wrong block out.
Sean McGuire as Bureau Valley switches into the man-to-man. Hobb doesn't take the 15-footer. Meanwhile, good look, and Hammond takes the 18-footer.
Well, Bureau Valley gambled defensively, and it burned him. That was 5-on-4. Nice job by Prairie Central to recognize the open man.
And just that quick, Yepsen comes back off the feed from Adam Endress.
We got a shootout here, Mike.
At least on one side, 33-21. What do we have, 88 points the whole first game, right? We might make
with
that
an
by
overtime.
halftime, yeah. Once again, Hammond corkscrews around. And there's Yepsen. Still another rebound. Got him for at least half a dozen. 2.5 to go first half. Adam Endress just throws one. Okay.
That'll make our halftime highlight reel. That one, just flip it up and hope for the best.
Adam's saying I had it all the way at 5'8". Sure. And the whistle off the ball. Looks like curtain ball was fouled by Phil Endress. Or the other way around.
I think we're going to get an illegal push. Look at that shot. How do you get that to go? You know the coach is going to be thinking in his head, what is he doing? Great shot.
Yeah,
nice
that's it.
job.
I remember that. And he didn't call glass, so he didn't have to do it that way. There's timeout on the floor. 35-21. Bureau Valley, a 2-touchdown lead here. And Bureau Valley is showing every bit of an up-tempo style. Well, you look at the huddle for Bureau Valley. Brad Bickett, kind of young to have 10 years of coaching experience under his belt.
Well, look at the picture I've got here in the program. There is a, sorry coach, thinner version of Brad Bickett against Kevin Ruhal of Teutopolis in the 1986 title game.
We'll show you that at halftime at some point. Meanwhile, for all you need to know about the IHSA, you log on to www.ihsa.org. Scores, stats, more. Let me tell you something. Scott Johnson and the gang over there have put together an incredible website. All kinds of information about sports, teams, records. It's all there for you. Storm cheerleaders, they're right there for you. Meanwhile, the Storm is on the march, up by 14 and headed for the line. Phil Endress will shoot. He was the pushee back at the other end of the floor. Six points for Phil. If you look at the two of them, Phil and Adam together, I mean, they certainly look like Mutt and Jeff. Phil at 6'3", Adam at 5'8". A lot of people wonder if they're even brothers. Now we get a foul underneath. Schlock was in the area.
I think they're going to get Justin.
Now they got Jepsen for it.
Jepsen for the foul.
Jepsen averaging about 8 rebounds a game. A little overzealous here for this one.
Now watch the contact from behind. Do not put your hands in the middle of the back. Not a ton of contact, but you put your hands on the rebounder, you're going to get caught.
First foul on Jepsen. 36-21, biggest lead of the ball game for Bureau Valley. Prairie Central, McGuire.
Real good job of ball reversal or swinging the ball side to side. Schlock causes you a lot of problems to initiate your offense with him at the point of that zone. He did a very good job to get an open look.
That's the lead to 12. Good look inside. Jepsen didn't walk somehow. Jepsen couldn't believe how open he was when he made that spin to the right. Curtain ball there. They've done a good job bottling him up.
Well, they've doubled that side. They've done a really nice job. Their zone's very, very active.
Winiger missing.
I'm a huge proponent of man-to-man defense, but let me tell you, the way Bureau Valley is playing this zone right now, it's very tough to score on it. I think it's a great move when you got a guy 6'5" who can play out top like Schlock can. Makes it very difficult to initiate your offense.
Hobb almost making the steal. Adam Endress able to clear the 10-second line. Under a minute to go, first half. 38-24, 14-point lead for the team with the ball, Bureau Valley. Here's Jepsen. Elliott, 4 points on the afternoon. As the Storm works for one shot. Trying to look in for Schlock. Tipped away, but it'll stay in the hands of Bureau Valley. Nice play by Hobb.
Good hustle. Real good hustle.
Coming up at halftime, Steve Schronger is going to be there with Larry Wilcoxon. He's a longtime IHSA official. We'll talk to him. We'll show you some highlights, lots of statistics, all sorts of good things. as our March Madness weekend continues. Final 10 seconds. Phil Endress slocked the rebound. Saves it. Yes.
That was a heck of a hustle play. Found somebody to fire the ball off of, and they'll get one more scoring opportunity with 2.1 left.
And coming in is Derek Stevens. Got a couple of fouls on him. For Prairie Central. Bureau Valley. IHSA. Well, he was able to spot it up. Meanwhile, quite a half for Bureau Valley. 38-24 as they go to the locker room. Steve Schlanger has got Coach Brad Bickett. Steve, it's all yours.
I know that coaches in general always have criticisms, but not much to be displeased about in those first 2 quarters.
No, I tell you, our kids are really playing with some poise and confidence. They're running our half-court trap real well. We're getting back when we're switching defense, playing some decent man. We're sharing the basketball. I'm very pleased.
It's a terrific atmosphere, but how do you strike that balance between allowing the guys to relax enough to enjoy it, but also keep focused on the job at hand?
Well, basically, these kids have been through this. We've got tons and tons of playing experience out on the floor. This is just a very poised group. They know I'm an emotional coach. I get after them a little bit, and they just play hard for me, and I sure appreciate their effort.
Terrific first half. We'll see you in the third.
All right, thank you.
Head coach Brad Bickett of Bureau Valley back to the table.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks, Brad. That voice has got to last, to be hopes, through 3 more ball games. We'll be back with halftime activities. 38-24, the Storm over the Hawks.
Halftime at the Carver Arena, and it's a 14-point lead for the Bureau Valley Storm over the Hawks of Prairie Central. Hi, everybody. I'm Steve Schlanger. Welcome back to downtown Peoria. And our guest here at the half is Larry Wilcoxon of Bureau Valley, who owns the distinction of being the only referee in state history to actually officiate in 5 different state tournaments of 5 different sports. So first of all, let's take care of business. What were they?
Football, boys basketball, girls basketball, baseball, and softball.
So what happened to ping pong, Larry? I mean, what do you do in your spare time?
Well, I haven't played much ping pong. Even in college, I wasn't very good at ping pong.
So it must take up a lot of time, a demanding schedule like that. So it just must be an overall interest and love of amateur athletics like this that keeps you involved.
I've worked, I've got all my games listed. I've worked 5,679 ball games in my 41 years of officiating.
Can you pick out in so many years a few of the more exciting moments that you've been a part of?
Well, I got to work the first football championship game in Normal in 1974, which I'd say that would be one of the highlights. In my 3 years of boys basketball, I got to work the Madison El Dorado game in 1977 that went in overtime in the semifinals. And in baseball, I got to work the state championship game that Brian Du Bois, who went on to pitch for the Detroit Tigers in the state finals in 1987. Softball, I just got done working that this last year. But I've been very lucky. My family's been with me all through these years and letting me do all this.
All right, Larry, well, you've been a big part of the IHSA. We thank you for your efforts and good luck in the future.
Thank you.
All right, that's Larry Wilcoxon, referee from Bureau Valley. The guys will be back with the first half highlights and stats in just a moment. A 14-point halftime lead here in Peoria.
Bureau Valley 38, Prairie Central, the Hawks 24. Bureau Valley, the Storm, making the most of their first appearance here in the Elite Eight. A school, as we told you, only 5 years old, Cappy. They've done it well, and they're really firing on all cylinders, shooting nearly 60% from the field. Let's take a look at the highlights.
Well, they got the things rolling very well with their fast break. They always look down the floor, and they always look for the open man here. Real nice job. Down on the baseline, Phil Endress knocks down the jump shot. Derek Stevens trying to keep his Prairie Central Hawks in the ball game. Nice job inside, outworking everybody on the glass. And then here is classic Bureau Valley basketball. They do a wonderful job in transition. They look down the floor with every opportunity and find their main guy. Ruben Slock, pull up, use the window, get the hoop. Adam Endress with the wild, crazy, throw it up and hope it goes in, and then Sean McGuire from way downtown.
Ooh, they've got to get more help from Sean McGuire. Prairie Central's going to make a game of this. The leading scorer, as you see, for Bureau Valley 13 points for Justin Yepsen. That should be Schlock with 11 and Phil Endress with half a dozen. Hammond and McGuire each with 9 for Prairie Central. Then things drop off. Also, Adam Endress, 6 assists. How about that? Third quarter coming up. Looking at the statistics for quarterfinal game 2, no secret why Bureau Valley's doing so well. They have the edge just about everywhere. Neither team shooting well from three-point land, but they're shooting 56% are the Storm from the field in general. And look at the inside points, David.
Well, you take a look at Ruben Schlock. He's one of the main reasons. He had 11 in the first half. Also had a block shot. Played all 16 minutes. 3 of 5 from the floor. The young man is very, very good offensively, but he's been a big factor defensively up top in that zone that they've been running, Bureau Valley.
Schlock, a 3-year starter. Bureau Valley with the ball. This is Schlock up top against the man-for-man. Good rebound, McGuire underneath. Sean McGuire leading the break. Nice look underneath. Derek Stevens couldn't finish, but he gets fouled. Good look. Sean McGuire really showing point guard underneath there. Had to run a break. Justin Yepsen the foul. That's 2.
Well, Adam Endress hit the floor hard again. Didn't look like it was an offensive foul, though. He hit the floor hard, but it looked as though maybe it was just a little bit less contact than the last time. The other one he took, he just got pounded.
Derek Stevens, 75% from the line. First trip today. 3 points for Stevens, who averages just under 8 for the Hawks. 5'10" senior. Nice steal underneath, but Hammond couldn't hold it. Here come the Storm again. Adam Endress looks underneath. Good passing. Schlock goes down, gets hammered, but a beautiful pass underneath from Yepsen, and it all started with the point guard, Adam Endress.
This is a team that is extremely unselfish. You love to see teams always look for the better opportunity. Nice pass, and here comes the contact, and there's the foul.
Kinnan on the foul, his first. Got his money's worth on that one. Here is Schlock with 11. 4 for 4 from the line. That's his first miss. Teutopolis, an overtime winner over Nashville. Game 1. We'll have games 3 and 4 coming up tonight on Fox Sports Net Plus. And of course, the semifinals and the finals tomorrow. Uncharacteristic couple of misses for Ruben Schlock. Down 13, McGuire. Nice move.
Hesitation with the dribble, saw the daylight, took it like a tailback into the hole, and got it up and scored it.
And immediately timeout is called. Brad Pickett wants a 20. Tom Posey's team making some adjustments at halftime and coming out, cutting the lead to 11. And there is Posey. Again, he's had a 17-year coaching career, first at Crescent Iroquois, then has come over to Prairie Central for the last 9. As you watch McGuire here.
Real nice job by McGuire. He saw the opening, the daylight, the defender. No one stepped up, took away penetration. He took it right to the rim. You know, Coach Posey was a great shooter with awesome range in his day. Talking to a couple guys down there, they said if there was a three-point line, that guy would have averaged big numbers.
He used to put his hands right on the laces when he shot.
I didn't say it, Coach. Mike Lederman did.
Here's Phil Endress. Rebound underneath Yepsen.
Crash the glass. Good things happen. Nice job. Yepsen inside. He's been a real factor on the boards today.
Now, I can kid Tom Posey because I'm older than he is. And I remember the center jump. No, forget that. Here's McGuire. 13-point deficit to make up. Kinnan just barreling in the foul. Well, there's nothing subtle about Chris Kinnan, and he doesn't score much. But there, as though he had a mandate.
There he comes, and again, nobody steps up. They allow that seam in the defense. Boy, is he fired up. Look how no one steps up. No one takes that away. Not a lot of contact, but enough that they're going to get the call, the hoop and the harm, and a three-point opportunity.
Justin Yepsen, his third foul. He comes out. All kinds of flying around for the rebound, and Kinnett's right in the middle of it with Phil Endress.
I bet you Kennett is one hell of a football player. This young man is as fired up and as physical out there. He's all over the place.
Well, you know, obviously, Tom Posey said somebody's got to light a spark in this team.
Nice job to maintain the dribble.
Mike Barron's number 52 under the boards there for Bureau Valley. A little hesitation causes the turnover for the Storm. Here comes McGuire trying to cut the lead now to single digits.
He wants to take it.
Nice look underneath. And the feed to Curtin Ball.
Great pass by Kennett. Last couple minutes, he's been the spark. He's been the guy, and we've got a turnover here.
Here's Curtin Ball with it. 6 in a row. McGuire. But will he? Yes, he will go to the line. McGuire imploring the fans to get going.
Well, you ought to see the section here now of Prairie Central. They were quiet in the first half.
Barron's the foul is first. Just found the back rim, but Mike Barron's, the 6'5" junior who just came into the game, committed the foul. Meanwhile, we've got a
look at McGuire
on the floor.
Talking to his crowd. Get up, let's go.
Well, this team is now giving the fans a reason. Down by 15 at one point. Still got a bit of a hill here, down 9. But of course, the first game, Cappy, we saw Toutopoulos come back.
Totally different ball game in the first one. Dave Ennett and I sat, we talked during the break how it's dangerous to put the ball in the deep freeze. Nashville knew that they were not as talented a ball club as Toutopoulos, and eventually T-Town won out. Here, it's two teams that are matching big-time offense.
Well, if you want to get all the news about sports in Chicagoland, you better believe it. The Game Room, nightly at 7 o'clock or before the game. We've got a half hour of your favorite teams and sports figures. If you love Chicago sports, you'll love the Game Room. Tune in at 7 or before the game here on Fox Sports Net. Along with David Kaplan, Steve Schweiger, I'm Mike Lederman. Jim Corno Jr., our Fox Sports Net crew. Our statistician, Rob Merritt, and Associate Director, David Frambies. All here live for you. Especially Kaplan.
Be here all day with you.
He's working a quadruple header.
I love that. I mean, to me, this is the greatest time of the year. I'll be the first to tell you, I don't work for a living. I get to call basketball games and work on the radio talking sports. That's not a job. I hit the lottery.
And also, you didn't want to go to law school and couldn't stand the sight of blood. All right.
Exactly right.
13 points for Sean McGuire. The lead is down to 7. Here's the pressure against Bureau Valley. And Adam Endress has the ball. Good look inside. Open shot. Elliott may have rushed it a bit. Here comes Curtin Ball. 2-on-2.
Great pass again. We're seeing a microcosm. They just flipped the first half. Now exactly what we saw at Bureau Valley in half number 1, we're seeing out of Prairie Central. Look down the floor and run to break the score. Very nicely done.
Stevens the last basket, an 11-2 Prairie Central run has cut the lead to 5 with barely 2.5 minutes gone here in quarter number 3. Endress over to brother Phil. Look down inside. And the call last touched by Prairie Central. Bureau Valley only 4 points the last 4 minutes. They will inbound. Adam Endress through again. Well, he made one like that in the first half. Down goes Curtin Ball. And And the foul will be on Derek Stevens. We've got him for 3.
This is the toughest call in basketball. Tough to tell. Charge block, toughest call in the game.
Before the shot, so no free throws. Stevens comes out. Nathan Hobb, number 10, comes in.
Looked to be a defender, might have been Central.
And Phil Endress with a big, big 3.
Very nicely done because he got himself set to shoot as the pass was in the air. That's what really good shooters do. They get ready to load up. Feet are set, shoulders over toes, and he drilled it.
Sophomore, and here coming back is Casey Hammond. Hammond now with 11. Yepsen. They look down inside, and Hammond just
got
hammers Yepsen. He was the hammerer.
Wow, there was contact in there. Who says this isn't a physical game?
Well, these teams have really been going at it ever since Kennett decided he's got to sort of start a little rumble here. As Winiger comes in. Here's a good look at Casey Hammond. He's a pretty stocky guy, too. Let's watch it here. Here's Hammond's shot. And we'll be back.
Game.
Well, it's only a 6-point lead for Bureau Valley as Prairie Central has outscored them 13-5 so far this quarter. That cut a 15-point lead. Again, down to 7. Hawks cheerleaders having something to cheer about as Prairie Central has come in and really mixed it up. Bureau Valley caught a little bit back on their heels after halftime.
I thought Prairie Central has stepped up their defense here in the second half, and that's what's gotten them back in the game. Things haven't been as easy for the Storm of Bureau Valley to run their offense.
They set a double screen for Phil Endress. And Winiger pokes the ball away, but picks up the foul. First on Nick. Elliott looks it inside. Tough pass. Yepsen comes away with it. He's got 3 fouls. Nice look underneath, and we get a foul inside as Hammond commits his 4th.
There's the pass. Going to come inside here. Real good job as Slot cuts to the basket, and there's the foul.
Well, they gave it to Winiger instead of Hammond, so Hammond still has 3.
Great break for Prairie Central.
Slot, who missed his last 2 from the line, makes the top end of the 1-and-1. He's got a dozen. Brad Bickett. We'll see if we can show you that picture of him back a few years and one goatee ago when he was a senior in high school in the state championship finals. 7-point lead. Prairie Central trailing with the ball. Coming up to the halfway point of quarter number 3.
This zone has been very effective with Slock out top, 1-3-1. They trap the wings.
Look at him out there, 6'5". Winiger from the corner. Wow, he's got 3.
Good job, Prairie Central. Move the basketball, force the defense to shift, and that weakness is down on the baseline.
They talk about Winiger being a catalyst. There's a perfect example. Comes off the bench, plays starters minutes. Here's Phil Endress answering.
Open look, very nicely done. The best way to an open look on the perimeter is through the post. The defense collapses, kick it back out.
Took some air out of Prairie Central with that big 3 by the sophomore. That's 3 threes for Phil Endress. Post curtain ball over 2 players. Rebound Winiger and a foul as Hammond goes up. It'll go against Bureau Valley.
Good job on the glass again. The smaller club finds a way to get the job done on the boards. There's a tough contested shot, probably a bit ill-advised, but there's the effort inside, the rebound, and the foul.
Adam Endress commits it, number 1 on him. Nice touch for Casey Hammond. He shoots 82%. He's got a dozen today. Just about his average. Jepsen, rebound number 7. Under 3 minutes to go. It's a 6-point lead on the ball for Bureau Valley. Slock's been quiet from the field for a long time. Phil missed that one. Phil Endress. Who hit from there a moment ago.
That's the weakness in the zone. If you move the ball quick enough, you can get a look from a corner.
Hammond. Of the rebound.
Gets Slock.
And Slock will have foul number 2 called on him. Hammond, a good play here. Really only 6 feet going against the 6'5" Slock.
Well, when you get hooked up with an arm, it's going to be called. There's the shot missed. Slock going for the rebound. Ticky-tack, but that's the correct call.
Tied up with Hobbs right there. And McGuire is fouled on the way up. John Elliott commits it. For Elliott, that's number 1. And here is Sean McGuire. Soft touch is 14. Jepsen getting ready to come back. Check it. Derek Stevens checking in for Prairie Central. Hobbs sits down. Good free throw shooting by both teams, especially Prairie Central. They shoot 75% as a team. And naturally, Kathy, let me say that.
They have a miss, but I had a college tournament last week in the NCC. Butler, the conference champ, is headed to the NCAAs. They were 17 of 40 from the line.
Do we know a few pro teams like that? I'm afraid we do. Good block. Coming back, Prairie Central again with Hammond. McGuire from way downtown. Adam Endress fighting for the rebound. Well, you see the maturity in Adam Endress. Started for 3 years. Certainly knows the ropes. Big 3. Elliott.
John Elliott loaded that thing up. It's amazing. The Bureau Valley shooters all get their feet set as that pass is en route to them, and they know they've got to look.
Hammond from 3, and it'll go in the foul. Chance for a 4-point play here.
No, I think they're going to call the foul on Prairie Central, but they're going to count the basket.
Okay, let's wait. Maybe Kurtenbaum underneath pushing off.
Now let's watch. See how he's ready? His arms are set to catch the ball. Boom! Shot's gone. Now at the other end, there's the look again for the corner like we've been talking about. You're going to get that against this zone. Now I think the official was waving off the shot.
One official signaled it good. And the scoreboard says 50-45.
Well, if you watch on the baseline, I think the one official, as the ball's in the air, is waving off the shot, but then they ended up counting it.
And at the other end,
we'll try and get it for you after we get a stoppage.
Endress misses on the 1-and-1. Final minute here of quarter number 3, 5-point. Bureau Valley lead, Prairie Central with the board. Boy, they are spreading the floor. And they've got Kinnon up on a high post, just banging. They brought in Mike Behrens at 6'5" to deal with Kinnon. Kinnon is a little shorter, but a lot wider. And underneath they look. for Stevens, and there's a foul.
All right, now let's look at the other play. Here's the shot from the corner. Now watch the official on the baseline. There's the pass to the corner. Now you see the official looks like he's waving off the shot. They end up counting it.
Jamie Durham for Bureau Valley came in and just in time to pick up a foul.
We had another official apparently overrule and said yes, the shot counts.
Stevens missing a big 1-and-1. Bureau Valley holding for one shot. McGuire putting the pressure on for Prairie Central. Brad Pickett right in front of us signaling the play. Now we got a blocking foul against Winiger of Prairie Central. There's Nate. 3 on him, and it will send Adam Endress to the line where he's missed a couple today. Coming in again is Casey Hammond, and Kinnett comes out with 2 points and a lot of welts on the light blue team. Good look underneath, and the follow beautifully done by Behrens.
Mike Behrens, really good job. He saw that ball coming short, was set, grabbed it, scored it.
And look at that, Hammond at the buzzer.
That is a huge momentum shot. A deep, deep 3 at the gun.
Casey Hammond fired that from 30 feet.
Nothing but the bottom of the net. You can see just as the ball is going into the net, the red light comes on.
Now 25 feet anyway. Tom Posey, his team hasn't been this close in a while. 4-point lead with a quarter to go. Well, a Taco Bell game summary. Bureau Valley still shooting up there at 54%, but Prairie Central coming on strong. And look what they did in the third quarter. 8 out of 11, including 5 from 3-point range. Each team had 5 threes in that quarter. So here we go. Start of the fourth. Prairie Central down by 4. They were down as much as 15. There's Hammond, number 23, giving the ball over to McGuire, and McGuire will work against the man-to-man. Hobb. Nathan Hobb with his first basket. Couldn't have been a bigger one for Prairie Central. It's a 2-point ball game. And turning the ball over in the lane, Elliott got stepped on.
I think he got whacked on the thumb.
Now we're going to get a foul called against Prairie Central against Hammond. And that for Hammond is 4.
Coach Posey was saying the other day that they lost last year in the regional. That was a huge motivational factor for this season. He said, we won the regional year after year, I think 7 in a row. He said we probably relaxed too much. And the first game of the postseason last year, they were shocked and knocked out. Their season came to an abrupt end. And he said this year, it's been big with the bench. They've really stepped up. He's given his guys a lot of freedom to shoot the ball. He was a great shooter, as I said earlier. And now here they are in Peoria with a 25-5 record.
Second shot by Elliott gives him 9 points. Big 2. Ruben Slock back in for Bureau Valley after a breather and the timeout. So presumably he's caught his second win. And the lead back to 4. Remember, it was as much as 15. Sean McGuire tries to get a screen from Kurtenbaugh and almost has it poked away. Hobb again. Offensive rebound, Winiger. Stevens looks underneath. Winiger had Jepson to deal with. Here's McGuire from 3.
Wow, ring it up. slot right in his face. That was a real nice pass by Winiger back outside. And now we've got a turnover.
Inbounds violation as Slot stepped on the line, getting the ball in bounds. Tom Posey very composed as Phil Endress comes back into the ball game. Behrens comes out with 2 points.
Well, that three, McGuire did a very good job of getting his feet set. Winiger threw it out, and McGuire said, should I take it? Okay, buried it.
1 point ball game. Looking for the lead. Curtain ball. Hobb. Nice look underneath. Winiger for 2, but the Hobb assist is what made it.
Very good pass inside. They've come roaring back all the way. They've got the lead and the emotion.
6:22 to go, 4th quarter. Prairie Central once 15 points down is now ahead. 55-54. We'll show you the dish and the lay-in right here.
Here comes McGuire. Hangs in the air. Well, that was Hobb. And then here he comes. Look at that pass. Great dish. The defense is all ready to collapse on him. They think he's going to take the shot in the lane. And he makes the move inside, makes the pass. There's McGuire from way downtown.
McGuire at 6'1", Slock in his face at 6'5". That was cold. That was cold. Prairie Central holding on to a lead. 6 minutes, 22 seconds to go, 4th quarter. Game number 2 here of the quarterfinals. Teutopolis in overtime, a winner over Nashville. And tonight we'll have the 3rd and 4th quarterfinals, semifinals, the 3rd place game, and the final, all tomorrow. Live from Carver Arena here in Peoria. David Kaplan, Mike Liederman, Steve Schlanger. And here's Brad Pickett. Look at him.
There he is now. Let's take a look at him in 1986. He's the guy in the back playing defense against Teutopolis. He was playing for Ohio. Smallest school to ever make the final.
Now, he's fallen behind by 1 here. His team with the ball. Clock at 6:15 and counting. Phil Endress. Spot up once again. What a good look. John Elliott. His second 3. He's got 12.
John Elliott is a 6 foot, and that's generous, 140 pounds, and that may be generous. And he really does a nice job at getting up into his shot, using his legs and following through.
1-3-1 trap again. They've got Hobb up top, and they've got McGuire running a baseline. And they've spread their offense. Big difference from the first half.
Let's skip over the top.
And a timeout called by Tom Posey.
Good call. Real good call. He didn't like what he saw out there. McGuire wanted the shot, and he got popped in the mouth as he ran the baseline. Coach Posey thought, you know what, 5:24, I don't want to look back a year from now watching this tape and say, why didn't I take a time out there? Really good, solid coaching decision.
Prairie Central has been in 4 tournaments before. They have never won. Finished 3rd in '89, 2nd the year after. And Tom Posey's taken 2 teams down to the Elite 8. This is his 3rd.
Now this is Prairie Central in their half-court offense. They want to get McGuire a shot. Now here's how they try and shift the defense. They come back to McGuire, and he's not got anything there. And Tom Posey says, hey, I'm not going to take a chance. I'm forcing something here. Really good veteran coaching decision.
Hobb has come in to steady the point as a junior, freeing up McGuire.
You have to take the ball, as you see Coach Posey, down to the corner and then swing it back around to the other side. But it's got to be quick. It's not via the dribble, it's via the pass. That's how you make a defense shift. And against the zone, especially a 1-3-1, that baseline's going to be open. In addition, you really have to take the ball at the seam of a defense and then kick it back out to a shooter. That's where McGuire comes in.
McGuire averaging 15 a game, has got 17 so far. His team with with the ball, trailing by 2.
Winiger's another guy I'd watch. Everyone will be waiting for McGuire. Winiger's the guy that can step out and shoot the basketball. He's at the high post right now.
And curtain ball's low. Now they drop him down. Open is Hobb.
Knocks down a 3. Real good job. Swing the ball one side to the other. They come all the way back in front of the bench. He got an open look and buried it.
Nathan Hobb with 5. Hobb coming back from a broken left foot earlier in the season. 1-point lead for Prairie Central. Yepsen can't hold on. 4 minutes, 38 seconds to go. We've got timeout on the floor. A turnover for Prairie Central. Will have the ball. And look at Hobb from 3. March Madness in full swing. A game that looked to be a runaway for Bureau Valley has had a 16-point swing. Prairie Central now ahead. They'll have the ball. There is a big reason why Prairie Central's done so well. Sean McGuire has got 8 points here in the second half. 17 for the game. That is he with the ball. Look at the turnovers this half as McGuire goes through and missed the layup.
Well, he was able to get himself all the way to the rim, just couldn't complete the play.
He's been able to penetrate much of the day. Inside, Yepsen. Couldn't get the roll, the rebound, curtain ball. Yepsen's been quiet too. He had 13 in the first half, only 2 here in the second so far.
What a great ball game.
We've had 2 so far that have been terrific. 4 minutes exactly left to go, fourth quarter. From 3. Not this time for Hammond. Slock, tough rebound.
Nice job to protect the ball.
Now we get a push. And the foul's going to go as Hobb went down. And they're going to call it on John Elliott. Hobb able to draw the charge away from the ball. Second foul on Elliott. Well, it is a clutch play right there for Hobb. Watch it.
I did not get to see.
Oh, he just came down and whacked him.
It just ran into him. Good call. Official right on top of it.
Hobbs' first trip to the line. We told you, as a team, they average 73% from the line. So if we're getting into crunch time, you've got to give an edge to Prairie Central. Their lead is now 2. Nice soft touch. Biggest lead of the game for Prairie Central. Bureau Valley setting up the double screen. Adam Endress has it blocked by Hobb as he went through.
Too much one-on-one there. Got to touch the ball, get everybody involved, see if you can get a good-looking shot. Move the defense. Everyone stood around and watched one guy go one-on-one.
That's the one thing Brad Pickett worries about. If this team starts to go too much isolation, too much one-on-one, and it starts with the point guard. McGuire working on Phil Endress here. Now they come out in the trap. Underneath, missing the layup is curtain ball. Prairie Central shooting an incredible 75% from the field this half.
That's a shot you got to make. Gather yourself, either get the basket or let him foul you.
Slock from 3.
Line it up, Ruben Slock. He's the leading scorer. He's the go-to guy. And they've done a very good job bottling him up here in the second half. Open look, and he made the most of it.
2.5 to go. Tied at 60. Well, if you think Slock was sweating before, he likes it there. Casey Hammond, 18 points.
Mike, we can't harp on it enough. Against this zone, you've got to be aware of the corner. And Bureau Valley's done a poor job all afternoon. That's where Prairie Central's gotten back in the game.
And Adam Endress again going through. Saw the opening. This time, he draws the foul. Ron Kuhlman, the official, makes the call. It'll go against Kurtenbaum. That'll be 4 on error.
There's Slock against the man-to-man, steps up, nobody rotates, and he makes the shot. At the other end, against that zone, the baseline in the corner is wide open. You have to be aware of it. Prairie Central's done a great job recognizing that. Bureau Valley has not made an adjustment to that defensively. Your guys on the floor have to step up and be quicker to the corner.
Slock over Winiger for the big rebound. Endress has missed 3 of 4 free throws. Adam Endress here. Slock from 3 again with the arch. Phil Endress trying to save it and steps on the line. Brad Bickett talking to Slock.
Telling him, give the head and shoulder fake. You don't have to arch the shot so much. Fake, let the defender fly by, and then take your shot or take it to the hoop.
2-point game. Prairie Central the lead in the ball. And coming through to try to make the steal is Jepsen. Now we get a timeout on the floor. 1 minute, 49 seconds to go. Brad Bickett's got his team to talk to. Tom Posey called the 20, talking to his Prairie Central team. And the Hawks lead it by 2. Well, if you're looking for the best coverage of high school athletic events, look no further than Chicago Tribune's Preps Plus. Each week, Eric Collins gives you all the scores, highlights, and all the news from the big IHSA event. Catch Preps Plus coming up this Sunday morning at 11:30. Right here on Fox Sports Net. Mike Liederman along with David Kaplan, Steve Schlager, and our Fox Sports Net crew.
What an awesome environment in here.
It is rocking. This place holds 12,000. It's just about full. Prairie Central will inbound in their own backcourt. And Hammond looking right into the face of Slock. That's the man they want to handle the ball. Good job breaking the pressure. Look at the three-point field goals. They're firing 40% for Prairie Central, 50% for Bureau Valley. A minute 28 and counting. Well, we'll now have David Kaplan's treatise on stalling. And Hobb gets fouled before he made his move. I don't know about you, David. Every time I see the ball start to freeze, I say, I don't know.
Well, you have to be careful when you go into that deep freeze. You have to be able to look at the basket and try and get an opportunity to score. I thought that was Nashville's problem. They were playing in that deny game, trying to just keep the ball away from Toutopoulos. They never looked at the basket to score.
Hobb has got 8. 3 for 3 from the line. All his points in this half. Boy, has he been an inspiration to his team. Jepsen skying for that one.
All right, a minute 15. Now, Bureau Valley doesn't have to take a 3. If there's an open look, take it. But take the ball to the basket, make something happen.
Phil Endress. Not quite set.
You don't need that. You're down 3. You got a minute 4. Take the deuce.
Phil Endress hasn't played like a sophomore. And couldn't get the ball inbound, so they'll take a timeout. A minute 4 remains. And Prairie Central, after this timeout, will have the ball.
20-second timeout. One of the mistakes I believe that coaches make or teams make is you're down 3 and you still got 20 or more seconds. That's a lot of time. Teams are going to play that three-point line. Take the ball right to the basket. You usually will get a layup. You'll get a foul. Something good's going to happen. You got plenty of time.
If you're joining us recently, Prairie Central trailed by 15 points. Went to the locker room down 14. They have come back to go ahead by 3. There's the situation. 2 timeouts for Bureau Valley, one for Prairie Central. Bureau Valley has the possession arrow in its favor in case there is a tie-up. Hammond gets it into McGuire. Adam Andrus. Yepsen. Underneath slot.
1-point game. Real nice job defensively. Dangerous pass over the top, cost him.
Triple team, and we get a foul. Curtain ball will go to the line. Yepsen, Phil Andrus, and Slock all surrounding him, but watch this steal.
Dangerous pass. And there's the steal. Nice pass inside. Slock right to the basket. Gets the stick back. You cannot make that pass. No way.
Curtain ball to the line. He's got 10. Two-point ball game, 45 seconds to go.
Need to get some penetration now, send Slock to the basket, or let him screen and step out.
Adam Andrus going through.
Good job. Nice job on penetration to the basket. Tie ball game.
Can we have 2 overtimes out of 2 ball games? Lost ball, Bureau Valley with 25.3. Well, I don't know if Brad Biggin wants Adam Andrus going one-on-one like this, but it worked.
All right, now Bureau Valley's going to try and get the ball inbounds into the front court. They'll take a timeout. They'll take a front court timeout, I believe. Yes, they will.
Coach Kaplan as we come to the benches.
Now, see, in the NBA, you're not allowed to throw the ball into the backcourt once you've established possession in the front. But college, high school, you can use that whole court. So why not move it up here, get yourself an opportunity where it gives you another option to inbound the ball right to the post, possibly a lob play if you wanted to do that, or just set up your offense.
Let's go into the Bureau Valley huddle.
We do not give them a chance to win it.
Well, make sure you get a shot.
Listen. And I would like to have it to the two-man. What do you want to do? Do we want to go flat? Do we want to run a Michigan State? Do we want to run a speed and roll? What do you guys want to do?
Well, that's democracy in action. What do you guys want to do? Well, you hear Brad Bickett. Don't give them a chance to win the game. Okay. He's got Slock, Elliott, Yepsen, and the 2 Andrus brothers. 2 seniors, 2 juniors, and Phil Andrus, the sophomore. Prairie Central counters with McGuire, Stevens, Winiger, curtain ball. Casey Hammond.
That was unusual. Most coaches aren't going to say, what do you guys want to do? They're going to tell you what they want you to run.
Yeah.
But he lets his guys pick the play they feel comfortable with. I heard him say something about a screen roll or a screen and flare out. That could be Slock stepping out after a screen, flaring out, and getting an opportunity to shoot the ball.
Here we go. Elliott working the ball, and we get a foul here. Wow, with 10.6 to go, they're going to make Elliott win it at the line, or at least go ahead at the line. The foul is on Hammond, and that should be it for Casey Hammond. It is 5 fouls on Casey Hammond with 10.6 to go. Cappy, what do you think of that?
Well, it's an interesting philosophy. It's one that Jim Valvano, the late, great Jim Valvano, used to use. He said, hey, I'm not going to let you just run the clock down and then beat me when you've got the bigger guy inside, which Slock obviously is. Here, he's going to say, I'm getting the ball back. Tom Posey's guys are going to have an opportunity to hit a 3-point shot and win the game, a 2 to tie it if they make both free throws here. It's an interesting philosophy. Other coaches have said, I'm going to defend the heck out of you and hope for the best and then hope for overtime.
Hammond with 18 points leaves the game. Fouling out 10.6. Here is Elliott.
The coach may not have even wanted the foul, and it happened.
2 for 2 from the line. Now he's 3 for 3. Well, I didn't think you want to foul out his leading scorer, not at that point. The Bureau Valley bench. And the fans. And timeout on the floor. 66-65. Bureau Valley frittered away a 15-point lead. They've come back to take the lead by 1. They'll go to the line, 10.6 to go. So no matter what, Prairie Central is going to have a chance to win it or tie it. Prairie Central lost in the sectional finals last year. They won 5 regionals in a row. This is the furthest they've gone in the dance. That is Bureau Valley. What a back-and-forth game this has been here in the second half. Ruben Slock held in check until the 4th quarter after 11 first-half points. He's got 17. John Elliott, big from 3, has got 13. He'll be at the line. Adam Endress, couple of clutch buckets for his 7. Justin Yepsen, only 2 in this half after 13 in the first half. And Phil Endress with 3 big threes from the hands of the sophomore. That's for Bureau Valley. Prairie Central, Sean McGuire with 17. Hobb with a big 8 and really gave this team a lift. Hammond fouled out with 18. Stevens with 5. Curtin Ball with 10. And there is your reset. No timeouts left for Prairie Central. Bureau Valley's got the timeout and the possession arrow. And they also have a 1-point lead. Here's John Elliott.
Prairie Central's not going to, as you said, no timeout. Chance to push it up the floor, make something happen. A 3 wins it.
McGuire. Offensive foul.
Well, here he comes, trying to make something happen. Look at the defender set. That's tremendous defense.
Adam Endress just standing there at 5'8".
That's about the 3rd or 4th one he's taken today. Hasn't been rewarded with the call on all of them, but he got the big one there. Now there'll be a foul very, very quickly by Prairie Central.
And they break it, and there's the foul. Elliott will go to the line. 5.2 to go.
Brad Bickett trying to settle his guys down. He just screamed, "It is not over," and he's right. It's a 2-point game.
Winiger is 4th foul.
2 free throws can pretty much ice it. 1, and we can be looking at an overtime. There's 5.2 left. That's an eternity.
But again, there's no opportunity for a timeout for Prairie Central. They'll have to push it and shoot it.
This is the big one.
Could be academic after this.
John Elliott yelling, "No fouls."
There it is.
Now you back off, you don't touch anybody. What a great ball game. What a great high school basketball game.
I'm here.
69-65. Bureau Valley. Let's go to Steve.
All right, I'm with the head coach, Brad Bickett of Bureau Valley, just winning their quarterfinal game in exciting fashion. And coach, first of all, your team had every chance in the world to give this game away after establishing the big first half lead, but it shows a lot of character the way they hung in and fought.
I tell you, our kids really played hard the second half. The problem was they were on fire. We tried 3 different defenses. It didn't matter. Their kids come out, showed a lot of guts, knocked shots down, and our kids really got down. But credit to our kids. We made plays late in the 4th quarter like we've done all year. Very proud of them.
You got a chance to see Teutopolis in the first game. You get them tomorrow in the semis. What do you think?
I tell you what, we get our hands full with Kid Crawford's team. They're extremely well coached, very, very talented. But I tell you what, we'll show up tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon, see what happens.
Hopefully your voice shows up. Good luck to you.
I know, we'll see. It'll be rested.
Brad Bickett of victorious Bureau Valley. Guys, you couldn't ask for 2 better quarterfinal games, so we still got 2 to go. Back to you.
Okay, Steve. Thank you, Brad. Boy, is that exciting. We'll be back with some final thoughts here, so stick around. 69-65. Bureau Valley advances with a 4-point win. Well, Bureau Valley 69, Prairie Central 65. The Storm advanced. The Storm advances. Call it what you will. They move on to the semifinals at a time when we thought, David, that they had frittered away that 15-point lead and they were just going to head back to Bureau Valley, which doesn't exist, by the way. There is no valley in Bureau Valley.
They really came through in the end. Brad Bickett's guys really kept their composure because Prairie Central deserves a ton of credit. Great run, come back from a huge deficit. It really looked in the first half that they were almost lifeless. They weren't playing with great emotion. They came out in the second half. Coach Posey had them ready to go, and well, we had a heck of a ball game. We had two great quarterfinal games. 75%
from the field for Prairie Central in the second half. Let's take a look at the Pepsi play of the game, and it's got to be the big steal from Bureau Valley. Watch it here as Prairie Central tries to inbound.
Dangerous pass across the court.
Adam.
They make a pay. There's the pass, and then there's Slock inside for the stick back.
But you got to give Adam Endress a credit for doing the work to get the steal. Sean McGuire, 17 points, played an outstanding game, almost brought his team back entirely by himself. Nathan Hobb came in really to do a terrific job running the point in the second half for Prairie Central. Just coming up short, Casey Hammond with 18. Also good job for the Hawks.
And you heard Coach Bickett say we tried three different defenses. They were in man. They were in, it looked like a 2-3 zone. They were in a 1-3-1 the majority of the game. And Prairie Central did a great job in recognition. That's tough for high school kids to recognize changing defenses, move the ball to the baseline. They got a lot of open looks, made a lot of threes, got right back in this ball game. But in the end, Bureau Valley hangs on.
And the guy at the point of that 1-3-1 zone trap, and a guy who really gave him the big boost in the first half and a couple of key buckets in the second, Ruben Slock is with Steve right now.
Thanks a lot, guys. And Ruben, you came out of the gates very quickly. You had a huge first half. They found a way to shut you guys down, and in particularly you in the second half, but that still enabled you to hit some big shots to help for the win down the stretch.
We started getting the ball to Yepson there towards the second half and the end of the first quarter because, you know, he was feeling it, and usually they had a smaller guy on him. He knew he could take him off the dribble, and he did basically whatever he wanted to. We're just a team. We're a team that likes to move the ball around, get the ball to whoever needs to score. It doesn't really matter who our high point man is on our team. We like to pass the ball and get whoever's open and whoever can dominate. And tonight it was Yepson. I'll sacrifice what I have to win. I mean, rebounding, we have to rebound, keep on hitting the boards tough, and keep on getting the ball to the open guy, and that's what we did.
I'm sure you didn't like the way the lead was whittled away in the second half, but the way you were able to overcome that and win in the end has to give you confidence going into the semis tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. We'd like to keep on with our 15, 20-point lead. I don't know if we ever got 20, but 15-point lead throughout the whole game just to be safe. But they started whittling away, and we came out with it. So I think that shows a BV. We got heart, and we always play like that. We don't like to lose. Coach Brad Bickett doesn't like to lose either, and that's a big part of the program, not liking to lose and having enough heart to pull through the end. And we did that, and we were able to win.
Ruben, thanks for the time. Best of luck tomorrow, and hopefully you can find some dry clothes.
Yeah, hopefully. I always sweat pretty bad before pregame. Usually everybody always razzes me on that, but I don't know. I always like to get a good workup and get going, get in the rhythm. And I felt the rhythm today. I got that in the first half, and then, like I said, I sacrificed my shots for other guys that were putting them down. So we came